Shalom Akim, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Kwakwadash, double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of group restoring rule well. You should put up in your DC camp with another short lesson to edify the hopeful elect, doing the work of Yahbashim Yahushai with all diligence and sincerity of mind. So I could see on the video, on the screen, it's just sad, man, that these so-called folks that want to call themselves Israelites, they keep falling into this trap of the world, man. This carnal-minded vibration is heavy. And this clip is just from, the video that Vocal Malone put up, man. Trying to link the so-called murderer of his wives and his two children in Phoenix, Arizona. Trying to link them to GMS. It's all desperate attempt, man, of Fisher's kingdom, trying to bring down so-called opposition, which are the men of the Lord and the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kadash. Alright, so it's just clear, man. It's clear as day that that the meanings of Esau had at work. It's not just vocabulary, man. You have Esau's agents everywhere. Alright, so every opportunity they have, to attack the men of the Lord, they will do it. They want to spread all the slander they need to, use to get a quick paycheck from Esau, to use Esau's platform to get, extra benefits. But at the end of the day, man, it's all going to come to nothing, all right? So it says Hebrew Israelite mother's family. So just imagine, man, what the ignorant people, would think when they see vocabs clip and all the false information that have been put out there concerning the men of the Lord. The men of the Lord out there on the highways, the men that have faith in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that are, constantly withdrawing themselves from the cares of this world. So this is basically an uphill battle for the men of the Lord. It's a challenge. In these last days, you're going to know exactly who your enemies are, and who the Lord, has ordained to be your fellow laborer in this truth. So I just go straight to the precepts, So this is going to be from the book of Psalms, chapter 31. Alright, Psalms chapter 31, verse 18. And it says, "Let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous." Alright, so that's exactly what you have to deal with, man. When you come to serve the Lord, it says, prepare your soul for temptation. So just imagine, man, the madness you have to deal with on a regular basis, man. Because coming to do the work of the Lord is not a walk in the park. You're gonna get tested, and you already understand that vocab is trying to be a thorn in the flesh of the man of the Lord, but it's all to his own disadvantage. He's trying to debate that, the doctrine of the man of the Lord out there on the highways and byways is false, and then he doesn't get it, It's always trying to do something to knock the man of the Lord out of balance, trying to cast the man of the Lord in a bad light. Alright, so it's sad, but hey, it's part of prophecy. This is part of the bitter part, that the Apostle John, had to deal with. Once you wake up and you're Hebrew, you're a Hebrew Israelite, of the 12 tribes, understand what's needed of you, you're happy. But when, things start to get difficult, you start feeling angry and pissed off and sad. It's just what it is. It's balance. You have to understand, that the Lord is not going to allow you to have a sweet, easy, smooth, journey. This truth, you have to go through obstacles, all right? That's how you get up to the next level, in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right? That's how you grow in the truth, by having faith. Faith is what keeps you moving, all right? And then when you look at Proverbs chapter 12, verse 22, it says, lying lips are an abomination to the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kwakwadash. But they that do truly are his delight. But they that deal truly are his delight. So the Lord delights in the men that are sincere when it comes to his work. You know, they understand the difference, between the foundation of this world and the foundation of this word. The Holy Scriptures. And then you go in the Hebrew, look up the word lion, lion lips. So it says shakwar, right? Shakwar, and then shapar, okay? Shapar, okay? Shakwar, shapar, alright? Lion lips, alright? So that's what the Lord Yabashim Shai is pissed off about, man. A man has to understand what he needs to do in righteousness. You don't have time to be going back and forth with all these, briars and thorns. Folks that like to claim they're Christian, but they seek the downfall of a man of the Lord. So just let you know, man, that this world is full of false brethren. They like to giggle and think, and what they want you to think you're on the same page with them, that they're here, to assist you, but they only seek to cast you down. And that's the mindset of Esau. So I'm just gonna play a few seconds of this video and I just leave it back.
Especially of the One West variety. Watch this. See the Star of David? Very clear. None of the news media has picked up on this. It shows how uncareful they are in their reporting, or how.
Yep, that's what they're trying to do, man. They haven't tried. They're trying not. They haven't picked up on this. So it's basically, trying to trying to do Esau's work for him. Be basically being an informant. All right. So they already know, man. They already know. They already got his records. If you run his name through Esau's fusion center, they'll say, well, he used to be all part of that group on the streets with the Bible. So those so-called hate groups, because Esau got all the information, man. Once you watch a GMS video or any Israelite video, they got the records already. Whether you're out there on the street, you're listening. Once you look through your cell phone, your cell phone's what you call it, coordinates, and they see you just standing, they see you, that you're not moving. They pull information from the cell towers. They want to see who was there around when the brothers were out there preaching the word. Like, oh well, well, well. Even though they don't have no cameras, they could know who exactly is listening to the man of the Lord, because they always tap into the phone and tap into the cameras. You know, tap into the microphone and see what's to hear what's going on, see what's going on. So that's just easy, man, for Esau to know who and who's watching, who's listening, to the scriptures being preached. Whether they agree or disagree, hey, it doesn't change. Esau's just collecting information till he acts on it.
Ignorant of religious matters they are. Now watch his face.
Yep. And this is what happens, man. When the demon jumps on you behind, man, and then you go off in the spirit, then there's no redemption. Well, well, well. That's what happens, man. So you just gotta pray the Lord Yabashima Shai protects you, from this sickness, that's affecting all this so-called, folks that want to claim that they're doing the work of the Lord. You gotta pray the Lord that Yabashima Shai strengthens your faith. You might have a wife that pisses you off, but at the end of the day, man, you have to understand the scriptures, man. The wife you have, the children you have, they're not really yours, man. The agents of the states, the wards of the state, at any point in time, they could throw you under the bus. So you just gotta pray that the Lord Yabashima Shai keeps you in his good grace, provides you with mercy and an avenue in the name of Yabashima Shai Bashima Kodash to escape, the wickedness of this society. Alright. So this Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16. These 16 doth the Lord Yahweh hate, yea, 7 are abomination unto him, a proud look, a lying tongue. Alright, look up the word a lying tongue again for the Hebrew. So lying tongue. So it says Shakwar Lashawan. Alright, Shakwar Lashawan. Alright, that's easy. Alright, Shakwar Lashawan. Alright. And hands that shed innocent blood, and heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief. Alright, look up the word swift in the Hebrew. The word there is mahar. Alright, swift. Alright, so just understand that it's crazy, man. The extent someone will have to go to attack the truth. Alright, but they don't understand that they're digging their own pit. They're coming against the Lord Yabashima Shai, and the Lord Yabashima Shai is going to make his enemies pay for it. Right? So I get a few more precepts. This First Peter chapter 2, verses 15 and 16, because you don't really have to go that deep, man, when you're dealing with this fuck up Malone guy. He's a nobody, you know. Just chop him up with the simple precepts, man. You don't want to spend so much time, dealing with someone like this. You just got to, see what's up to, and move on. Drop some precepts. You can't just spend all day watching his videos, man. It's worthless. All right. So this First Peter chapter 2, verse 15. For so is the will of Yahweh, that with well doing ye may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men. All right. So that's exactly what you need to do, man. You have to understand what you can do in this society and what you cannot do. All right, you gotta have discretion. That's why the Lord Yabashim Mashai talks about the wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. All right, you have to understand that you're captive, you're a slave, you're employed in Esau's system. Though you're doing the work of Yabashim Mashai, you have to understand that things take time. That the true George, Yahweh Shai, whom the Lord will send, will be the one to execute the judgment, and then from there, He will grant you the rights, the exclusive rights, to go along and execute also judgment. All right. So you gotta let the Lord Yabashima Shai take care of these things, man. Whether you're pissed off on the job, on the bus, when you're driving, just let the Lord handle it, man. It's tough, but hey, you just gotta pray the Lord Yabashima Shai that His Spirit, is upon you. All right. And then verse 16 says, "As free, not using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness, but as the servants of Yahweh." All right. So this is exactly, what Paul's been talking about, man. You have to know how to operate in this world, even though you be free in the mind, from Esau's doctrine of darkness. You understand that once you you've accepted that the Lord Yabashima Shai is only dealing with the nation of Israel, and there's a contract we have to stick with. You can't, neglect it. There's certain things you can do, but you shouldn't abuse the opportunity. All right. And that's a beautiful thing, man, to know exactly how to keep yourself at base in this truth. You don't have to go above and beyond to try to prove your point. Just stay in your lane. That's exactly what the Lord Yabashimashai is talking about. All right. Then the last precept is the book of Proverbs, chapter 25, and then from 21 to 22. Then it says, if thine enemy be hungry, give him bread to eat. And that's exactly what the man of the Lord has been doing, by putting this knowledge out there, on the highways and byways on the internet, you know, And it was a so-called little conversation. You're dropping that knowledge. You're spreading the word in righteousness. All right, you're bringing knowledge to these ignorant people. So it says, if the enemy be hungry, give him bread to eat, and if he be thirsty, give him water to drink. All right, for thou shalt heap coals of fire upon his head, and the Lord Yahweh shall reward thee. That's what it boils down to, man. Brothers not basically holding any grudge, against vocab, on a carnal level, but on a spiritual level, you have to understand that the guy is up to no good. But that doesn't mean you should go out of your way to make up false accusations. You have to know that the Mossad deals with light. The Mossad is not about corruption, so you shouldn't, engage in the slinging match, man, because you can't stoop to that level. All right, because the Mossad brought us out of that mindset of being being tyrants, being sneaky bombs. Most of us don't want that vibration around brothers. All right. So I just say, Kal Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Ba'Shem Krakodash. You gotta pray that Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shah keeps you in his good mercies, man. Because in these last days, man, a lot of folks are gonna get tested, man. You know, some folks that claim that they're doing the work of the Lord, they might end up taking the chip. You know, they might end up, being the ones going from house to house, kicking down people's doors, rummaging through their stuff, smoking people because they're hungry and they gotta feed their family. Hey, that's what happens when folks lose faith. So you gotta pray the Lord about Shema Shai doesn't allow that to be your lot, to be bowing down before the image of the beast when times get difficult. You don't want that, alright? So you gotta pray the Lord about Shema Shai keeps your spirit firm, keeps your foundation intact. It's a beautiful thing, man, to make it to the end, to be rewarded with salvation. Alright, Akim. So just understand, man, this vocab guy is just a nobody, it's a lightweight. Just pray that, as you're out there in the highways and byways, when the Lord guides you, as you're going out there, wherever you're on the job, at home, that you don't get carnally minded, you don't get bogged out. It's a spiritual journey. So try as much as possible in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai to stay spiritual, to stay grounded in this faith because it's your only protection. It's what guards your, the doors of your mind. All right, Shalom.